The Board of Certified Advanced Estheticians meeting is convening at 9:07 a.m. on November 20th, 2025. This meeting is being held in person and through MS Teams video conference and is being recorded. The recording will be posted to the internet for public viewing. I will now call roll. Christy Knapp, here. Jamie O'Neill.
Here.
Kimberly Robinson. Rachel Anthony.
Here.
Olivia Gill.
Here.
Christy Turner.
Here.
Thomas Evans.
Here.
Heather Onaday.
Here.
Members, when you wish to speak, please state your last name for the record. Board members are asked to not use the chat feature during meetings. The Health Licensing Office asks that individuals attending through MS Teams keep their phones muted and cameras off during the entire meeting or until they are given an opportunity to comment during the public and interested parties' feedback period if indicated on the agenda. Public comment is limited to matters listed on the meeting agenda or topics relevant to what this board has statutory authority to regulate. Public members wishing to speak, please sign in on the roster sheet available in the room or email Josh Page at josh.page@oha.oregon.gov and provide your first and last name. Everyone is asked to use appropriate language, manners, and protocols when conducting board business. This meeting is called to order.
Thank you, Chair.
Looks like
Go
we have
ahead.
new members.
Yeah, we do. Good morning, everybody. My name is Bob Bothwell. I'm the Director of the Health Licensing Office. Thank you for being with us this morning. So, Chair, you can go through your agenda as you please, and if you need any assistance, just let us know, and we'll give you a hand.
Great. It looks like the first item that we have on our docket is the agenda.
We're going to do an introduction of new board members first.
Oh, great.
Unless you have a different one than I do. I'm sorry. Let me double check.
That's okay. I just have to pull it up on the computer. I was waiting to hop in on. Yeah, let's hear from the two new board members and hear a little bit about you guys and where you're coming from.
So, Thomas, if you could come online, please, and if you have a camera, turn it on so we can see who we're talking to and introduce yourself real quick.
Hi there, I'm Dr. Thomas Evans. I'm a board certified dermatologist. I've been board certified for 9 years now. I am the aesthetics cosmetic director for Dermatology and Laser Associates of Medford. We are a practice of 10 dermatologists in the Southern Oregon area. I was also, when I was in the military as a dermatologist, I was a Wounded Warriors overall dermatologist, meaning that I was giving a lot of laser treatments to Wounded Warriors through the Wounded Warrior Battalion. I perform literally thousands of laser procedures a year, mostly treating scars, but I have an extensive background in laser and aesthetics due to my dermatology training and also laser use.
Excellent.
Great.
Thank you. Thank you for being on the board and thank you for your service.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, Heather.
Hi there, it's a pleasure to be here. My name is Heather Onaday. I am a certified nurse practitioner in dermatology, and I practice at Oregon Health and Science University. I've been here for close to 30 years. My training also started with the military and then through Oregon Health and Science University. I'm the current co-chair of the Laser Safety Committee at OHSU. I'm also the Quality Medical Director, and I specialize in a lot of lasers with a strong focus in medical diagnoses.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And thank you for your service as well. Chair, if you don't mind, if you just go down the roll real quick and just call everybody out to introduce themselves, and then I'll have a few key staff here at HLO introduce themselves.
Okay, great. Jamie O'Neill.
Hello, I'm Jamie O'Neill. I'm a certified advanced esthetician. I've been licensed since we first created the license for this and started my aesthetics practice in 2008. And yeah, that's pretty in a nutshell me.
Great. Kimberly Robinson is not on this call. Rachel Anthony.
Hi, I'm Rachel Anthony, and I have been a certified advanced esthetician for about 10 years, but most of my experience is from Texas and then Pennsylvania and New York. I've lived in Oregon for about the last 5 years, and I've really enjoyed working and being out here, but also being on the board has been a really interesting part of just seeing the other side of aesthetics.
Great, thank you. Olivia Gill.
Thank you.
Hi, Olivia Gill here. I've been a certified advanced esthetician since the beginning as well. Worked in dermatology, med spas, and opened up my own aesthetic practice about 2.5 years ago. Excited to be here.
Thank you, Olivia. Christy Turner.
Hi, I'm Christy. I have been a licensed esthetician for about 18 years. I'm not a certified advanced esthetician, but I've been in the world as helping with Northwest Laser Institute opening up and other medical spas as a consultant. So I'm located in Bend, Oregon.
Great, thank you, Christy. And we heard from Thomas and Heather. My name's Christy Knapp. I own 2 facilities in the suburbs of Portland, and I also have been licensed since the inception of this board. And I think my term is coming to an end, but I really appreciate the what everybody's just all the information and all the progress we've made in this industry since I've been involved. Bob?
Okay, thank you, Chair. And since you called on me, my name is Bob Bothwell. I am the director here at the Health Licensing Office. I've been the director for about 3 years, been with health licensing, heading into, 13 years now. I came from 20 years with the Department of Corrections, doing investigations and things of the like. And then when I came to HLO, I was the regulatory operations manager prior to becoming the director. Sammy.
Hi, my name's Sammy Patnode. I'm the policy analyst for the Board of Advanced Aesthetics. I've been with the agency for 30 years. I helped bring the board on, got all the new members up and running. We held all the racks together. So I've been involved with this and with aesthetics generally for all of that time. So great that we have a full board. I'm very pleased and appreciate everybody's willingness to support the board.
Thank you. Trampus?
Hello, everybody. I'm Trampus Shuck. I'm the regulatory manager here at Health Licensing Office. I've been around the office for about 17 years, and I've been an inspector. I've been in policy. I've been an investigator, and now I'm the regulatory operations manager. So we'll be talking a little bit more during the regulatory report and also in executive session today. So welcome.
Tina.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Tina Russell. I'm the licensing manager. I've been here 29 years, right along with Sammy. And welcome to all of you, and thank you for your service too.
Excellent, thank you. Chrissy?
Hi, my name is Chrissy. I'm the executive assistant to Bob and Tina and Trampus, and I primarily do board member recruitment. So hello to Heather and Thomas. Oh, also, here's my camera. Hi.
Thanks, Chrissy. Josh?
Hello, excuse me. Hello, I'm Josh. I'm the board specialist, so I send out all the communications regarding board meetings and all of that. And I've been with the Health License Office for a year and a half or so.
And David, right on cue.
Good morning, everyone. I'm David Howe. I'm the program director from Radiation Protection Services. Been a part of the Certified Advanced Board since its inception. Been with Radiation Protection Services for 18 years, 15 years as the director. Thank you. Good morning.
Excellent. Thanks, David. Okay. I think I got, oh, one more, please. Derek.
Hi, everybody. My name is Derek Foltz. I'm the qualification analyst at the Health Licensing Office. I've been here almost 7 years, and a large part of my job is individuals who are wanting to open up a new advanced aesthetics school will have to come through me, and I will review that curriculum.
Josh, you said, or Derek, you sounded so ominous. They have to come through me. And for those of you that have been around for a little while, Derek has filled in behind Corinthia. For those of you who knew Corinthia. Okay. Ready, Chair, to move on to approval of the agenda?
Yes.
So if we can get, this is Bob again, if we can get a board member other than the chair to approve the agenda, and then somebody to, one of the other board members to second it, and then Christy will do a roll call.
Okay, this is Jamie O'Neill and I move to approve the agenda.
This is Rachel Anthony, and I second that.
Okay, I will now, I'm gonna now, do I need to put Kimberly Robinson on this request, or since she's not on this call, do not call her name?
No, you do not. And if she
Okay.
shows up, we'll just announce her in and then we'll go again from there.
Okay, so when I call your name, answer yes or yay to approve the agenda, or no or nay if you do not move to approve the agenda. Christy Knapp, yay. Jamie O'Neill,
Yay.
Rachel Anthony,
Yay.
Olivia Gill,
Yay.
Christy Turner,
Yay.
Thomas Evans,
Yay.
Heather Onaday.
Yay.
And Heather, I hope I'm pronouncing your last name correctly.
Perfect.
Okay, so the agenda's been approved. Next item up is the 2026 meeting dates. Have you guys had a chance to take a look at those?
So Chair, this is
Yes.
Bob. If I may, I would just like to go through the board's status for each of the board members real quick, since you are coming off. And at the end of the year, 12/31/25. It's been a good run. Thank you very much. Jamie O'Neill is in a first.
Bob, we're doing meeting dates.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I got ahead of myself. Thanks, Sammy.
You're welcome.
I thought he wanted to skip it since I wasn't going to be here at the meeting. So I thought he had.
No, I'm sorry. I got ahead of myself.
That's okay. Has everyone had a chance to look? I believe there are 2 dates suggested for next year.
Yes, Chair. Thursday, February 19 at 9 a.m. and Thursday, November 19, also at 9 a.m.
Does anybody have any issues with those 2 dates?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
Just a caveat, we're going to be moving to Zoom after the first of the year, so you'll be expecting Zoom notifications instead of Teams.
So Bob,
Olivia
do we need
Gill here.
to vote on that, or
Sorry.
do we just?
Yes, Chair.
We do. Okay.
Yes.
So
Olivia, did you have something? Sorry, Chair.
yeah.
Nope, just missed the February date. Wanted to confirm.
Okay.
And how does that work? Do we have enough people that that's not an issue, right?
Correct.
Okay. So I will move to
No, need a board member to do it, not the chair.
This is Jamie O'Neill. I move to approve the meetings.
Christy
This is
Turner, I
Rachel
second.
Anthony. Yeah.
got a
Okay, I heard
second.
Rachel over Christy, so.
Great. Okay, I will vote for the approval of those 2 dates. When I call your name, please answer with a yes, yay, or a no, nay. Christy Knapp, yes. Jamie O'Neill.
Yay.
Rachel Anthony.
Yay.
Olivia Gill,
Yay.
Christy Turner,
Yay.
Thomas Evans,
Yay.
Heather Onaday.
Yay.
Okay, it looks like those meeting dates are approved.
Okay, now I'll get back on my bandwagon. Thank you, Chair. This is Bob
Yep.
again, everybody. So with regards to the next item on the agenda, which is approval of the chair and vice chair, as I had said, Christy's coming off the board at the end of the year. And following Christy, we have Jamie O'Neill, who's in a first term that expires April 24 of 2027, and Jamie can reappoint. Rachel Anthony is in a first term also, and that expires May 26, 2026, and Rachel can reappoint. Kimberly Robinson is in a first term. It expires 12/31 of 2025 and can reappoint. Olivia Gill, first term, expires 12/31/28, can reappoint. Christina Russ, first term, it expires 12/31/27, can reappoint. Heather Onaday, first term, expires 12/31 of 29, can reappoint. Marcy McKee, first term, expires 12/31/27, can reappoint. And Dr. Thomas Evans, first term, expires 12/31/25, and can reappoint. So with that being said, you can see what Christy's doing, and that's pretty much what the chair does. And if HLO has questions and needs to reach out to the chair, we would do that as well. And but the board is welcome to have discussions about who would be Christy's successor, or make nominations.
This is Jamie O'Neill. I wouldn't mind taking her place when she's finished if y'all would have me.
Olivia Gill here. I second that.
Okay, and then for the vice chair?
This is Jamie O'Neill again. I would nominate Rachel Anthony. She's pretty much been at all of our meetings as well.
Christy Turner here. I second that. I think it should be an advanced esthetician or someone with a license or above of that.
So I heard a motion for Jamie O'Neill to become chair and Rachel Anthony to be vice chair. If I can get so moved from a board member.
This is Rachel Anthony. May I move that?
Yes.
This is Jamie O'Neill. I second.
Okay. So for chair and vice chair, if you can do a roll call, please.
Okay, so we are taking one vote for each of
For
those?
both.
For both
One,
of them? at
one
the
for
same time?
both. Yeah.
Okay, so Jamie O'Neill as chair and Rachel Anthony as vice chair. Okay, if you agree to that, when I call your name, please answer with a yes, yay, or a no, nay. And would you like me to vote, Bob? Okay.
Sure.
Christy Knapp, yes. Jamie O'Neill,
Yes.
Rachel Anthony,
Yes.
Olivia Gill,
Yes.
Christy Turner,
Yes.
Thomas Evans,
Yes.
Heather Onaday.
Yes.
Okay.
Excellent.
Smooth as silk. Thank you.
Mhm.
Chair, if you're ready to move on, we'll move into the report, starting with the director's report. Thank you.
Great.
So I just went over and I did want to let all the board members know that there are some required once per term and annual trainings. The once per term is the overview of boards and commissions. And then the other two for annual trainings are Information Security Training Foundations, Preventing Discrimination and Harassment. And then there's an optional overview of the Oregon ethics law. So if you haven't done it for 2025, members of the board, please, you can, in the paperwork or what we sent you in email, the blue or hot links and should take you right to the trainings. So if you can get those completed, that would be great. Any questions on that? Chrissy?
I was just going to say, if you guys have any trouble getting into Workday to complete your training, please reach out to me and I can help you get logged in.
Thank you very much. Okay. Next item on the director's report is going to be licenses issued. We're in fiscal year 2026 currently, so if you're following along, we're on slide 18. So in quarter one, we issued 42 licenses, and in quarter two, which we're currently in, we have so far issued 12. Licenses renewed in quarter one and quarter two, a total of 221. And vast majority are online. Thank you very much. Licenses by age and gender. You can see that this is a predominantly those that identify as female. And we have a couple, about 20 of them between 66 and 73 still retaining a license. On slide 21 are licensing trends, and these are averages. So we're at about an average of 722. And in quarter three of fiscal year 2025, we had a little bit of a dip, but we've come back even stronger. Currently, the next item is slide 22, which is the board's financial report. There was a beginning cash balance of $204,453, revenues of $19,570, expenditures $14,738, with net operations of $4,832, and ending cash balance of $209,284. Any questions on any part of the director's report? Okay. They're seeing none, or hearing none also. Chair, if you're ready, we can move on to the regulatory report. And Trampus.
Hello, everybody. Again, this is Trampus to talk about the regulatory report, and maybe because we have a couple of new board members, we can kind of just go over what regulatory does and how it operates and kind of the process here as well. So what you're seeing here is the regulatory report. There's three sections of it. The cases open and closed status. And what you're seeing there, the 2023, 2025, 2027, those are different biennium. We're currently in the 2027 biennium. We're about 4 months into it. And you can see we've received one complaint on certified advanced estheticians for this time frame. You can kind of see it also broken down between CAE and unlicensed. So, a fair amount of the complaints that we get for this board is regarding unlicensed practice. And you can see that in these numbers where you see CAE versus unlicensed. So, you can see down at the bottom of the 2023 biennium, we received 17 complaints during that 2-year period. 2 of them are still hanging on and open. The 2025 biennium, we had 11 complaints come in and 5 are still open. And then, of course, that 2027, that newest biennium, we've received 1 and it's still open. Complaints by type, you can see again, licensing concerns. A good portion, about half of the complaints that we get in for this board are regarding unlicensed or licensing concerns. Unlicensed practice would fall under licensing concerns. It also could be something like, oh, hey, this person is practicing with an inactive license, but just off the top of my head, that's pretty rare with this board. We haven't had, we don't have a lot of problems with unlicensed practice. So, or excuse me, inactive practice. Most of those are going to be unlicensed. And then the other kind of half of the complaints that came in were services provided. So services provided is a big group. It could be anything from somebody is maybe working outside their scope, like maybe they're doing something a little bit beyond what they should be doing, versus somebody could have done something, maybe allegedly injured somebody, burned somebody with a laser, for example, or cause some adverse reaction. So that's complaints by type, and then we got complainants by type. And the complainants by type just gives us an idea if we're getting complaints from where these complaints are coming from. So of the 29 complaints that are represented on this report, 1 was anonymous, 3 were from clients, and 25 were from a big group of other. And that could be other estheticians, that could be other people in the field saying, hey, I think that this person's practicing unlicensed. That actually is kind of common. Just that kind of thing. So that's what you're seeing here. That's the kind of the numbers. There's another number that's not on this report, and that also talks about inspections. So this group is an inspected profession. So all of the certified advanced estheticians also hold an esthetician license with the Board of Cosmetology. And you're also all required to work in a cosmetology facility. And cosmetology facilities are the big focus of what all of our inspectors do. We have 5 inspectors. They go around the entire state and they do inspections in as many of the cosmetology and well, they just do a big circle. So they start, and then once they get done, they start over again. Our goal would be to be hitting everybody every 12 to 18 months. I think we're a little shy of that goal, but we're actually doing pretty good right now on that goal. So so when they go into a cosmetology facility, we're not 100% sure always if there's a person who's working there as an advanced esthetician. If there is, that person will get their own inspection. So we do an inspection on every advanced aesthetic practitioner that we come across. So if you're an advanced esthetician and an inspector comes in and you are there, then the inspector will interact specifically with you and give you an inspection sheet and log that as an inspection in the system. I kind of pulled up some numbers for that to see kind of what that actually kind of works out to. And we've done about 500 inspections as advanced that have been logged as advanced aesthetics. And if I kind of broke it down by year, it looks like we do about 100 or so a year over the last couple of years. So we're still we're not catching all of the advanced estheticians or recording all of the because we got about 700. So I would expect to see that number a little higher, but it's also partially if they're there, that kind of thing. A cosmetology facility, we're going to log it because they're going to be open and that kind of thing, but we get a little bit more saturation. As far as investigations go, the regulatory process, we have a regulatory protocol. Every complaint that comes in, we're going to open it. We're going to open it and sign it a number. We have to look at it and determine whether or not we feel that there is any potential violation. So if when we look at it and we go, okay, this complaint says X, Y, Z, if everything in here was true, then there would be a violation or potentially a violation. I'm going to give it to an investigator to look at and see, and look into it and see if all those things are true and if there is a violation. If after the investigation or any point during the investigation, they feel that it's complete, they'll turn in the complaint to me. And if it's completely unfounded, let's say everything turns out to be not true, it's like, there's nothing here, then we're just going to close that. If there's any ambiguity We also have a subject matter expert look at these as well, somebody who we hire who's an advanced esthetician look at these and give us their opinion. So it's not just our opinion. If there's any gray area, if there's anything that says maybe there's a violation here, or yes, there definitely is a violation here, then we look and see if that violation is set in civil penalty or the board has already made determinations. This board does not have a lot of those. It's mostly for unlicensed practice. So if somebody is practicing unlicensed, we would just apply that civil penalty. If anything else, there was no civil penalty, and we'd bring it to the board to look at. And we would bring it to you in executive session like we are today, a couple of situations that we need to look at specifically. And then the board gets to decide, where's there a violation? Does this get to, what would be the disciplinary action, if any? So that's kind of the process. Once we get done with that, if there's a violation, we will draft a notice and send it out, and then they'll have that whole back end of hearing rights and things like that we'll deal with. So that's kind of the overview of regulatory. I know that was a lot, but I know there's some new people, and I like to give a little bit more detail when we got new folks. So does anybody have any questions about this report or regulatory or inspections or anything like that in general? Sure, go ahead, Heather.
Thank you very much.
I just have a quick question about the outcomes. Do we monitor for improvement of outcomes or reduced events or issues for having instituted this monitoring?
Oh, so are you talking about like for inspections?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So, this board has been online for a while, and we've been doing inspections, in the facilities and in and around the advanced aesthetics people for a while. It's been kind of a because there's so many different things that you all do with regards to different kind of devices. Some of it's laser, but there's a lot of non-laser devices out there. There's a lot of, and it's also always changing, right? There'll be a new device that pops up or comes out into the, out into the field. So, I mean, we haven't really had a lot of problems in general with folks that are licensed. We more have problems with people that are unlicensed or people that are going above, like you might have somebody who isn't trained and they start using an advanced device. That's probably more of the poor outcomes that we get. We get fewer poor outcomes with licensees. The monitoring program, as far as that goes, we don't have a lot of issues with advanced estheticians. Usually if we have kind of issues, a lot of those are going to revolve around like records keeping or things like that. But yeah, so I mean, I'm not sure that we could say that there's been kind of an up or down, but we've been doing inspections in this group for this group all along. So it's not like we weren't doing inspections and all of a sudden we were, and we're seeing decrease in problems. So that's kind of, is that kind of what? Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bob, you got your hand up.
So this is Bob to maybe help clarify. Some of the power that the board has is when we do have violations, we can require additional training or additional monitoring of records, of things like that, if that helps answer your question.
Got it. Okay, so it's more of a being proactive as opposed to trying to necessarily fix a problem that existed in the first place.
Yeah, like I said, we've been doing inspections, although we're getting better at doing inspections as we move along, as we get more experience with this board. I know this board has been around for a while, but it takes a long time to kind of get the cosmetology board has been around since, I mean, might as well have been forever, in our minds, and we've been doing that forever. And tattoo, we've been doing, in recent history, we've been doing it forever, but this is a relatively newer board. But yeah, we're not having a lot of problems with this group. It's mostly other groups trying to do the things that this group does that we have the most problems with, just so you know.
Christy.
Go ahead, Chris.
Christy Turner here. I just had a question with, I see that you have a couple that are open still from 2023. What does it take to close a case, and or once we close it, it moves on, or how do you determine that?
Yeah, so I mean, sometimes a case gets hung up for one reason or another. A lot of times it's just down to workload. And you know, this group is one of now 21 that we regulate. So and I'm not trying to say that we prioritize one over another or anything like that, but you can just kind of sometimes get overwhelmed with the number of cases that come in, or just sometimes you might have a case that's assigned to an investigator, and then that investigator leaves or retires, and then, you know, it gets moved over or around. I think one of these cases actually did get shifted from one to another, and but I think that we'll have some resolve on these cases over the next couple of months. I've been making a concerted effort recently. As we're closing out this year, I'm seeing a lot of this biennium. Since this new biennium comes on, that oldest biennium starts becoming more obvious, and you're like, wow, that we need to kind of push to get those closed. So there's been a push to get some of those older cases closed. If there is any outcome on those cases, if there's any kind of violation that we think we need to address, that would come to the board, probably at the next board meeting, or they would get closed out if there was no violation. So, I mean, just to put this into perspective, this year in 2025, we're not quite through the year yet, but we're at about 415 or something like that investigations or complaints that have come into the office in just this year. So we've had a pretty busy year. And last year was a pretty busy year as well, but this has been one of the busiest on record since the COVID year, that we had a lot of complaints that were specific to that issue. But yeah, so does that answer your question, Christy?
It does, and I'm just wondering if they are people who are making these opening these cases, if they're aware of how long this could take for it to get resolved. I'm sure correspondence is between them continuously, but
yeah, what we do is the part of the process is we will, with an advanced esthetician, a lot of that's going to be, if it was a situation where it was a service complaint, one of the things we're going to do is we have to talk to the complainant if that person is available, or if that person, sometimes the complainant is another, like, oh, hey, I see that this person's doing this stuff and they shouldn't be doing it. So you might touch base with them and let them find out if they have any additional information. If it's a client, you're going to talk to the client and get their whole story. So you're going, or if it's an other, so sometimes be a family member or a husband or wife or daughter or son or parent. Could be somebody else that's closely related to the client. So that person is going to be contacted and talked to, and then the advanced esthetician, we're going to usually get some kind of records, and we're going to also get something from them and let them know that there's something open. So I'll have to look into these and see where they are, but I can say that we'll probably have the resolve on them before the next meeting. So
Heather,
Travis,
you have
looks like Heather has her hand up.
Yeah, go ahead, Heather.
Sorry, one more question.
Sure.
I certainly get patients who've had complications when treated in salons and outside settings, and I'm sure Dr. Evans does as well. Is there any kind of obligation for reporting by sitting on this board?
Oh, you mean if you know of a complication? If you know of another situation?
Right.
I don't believe this board falls under mandatory reporting. There's certain health related boards that do fall under that, under 676-150. And it looks like Bob is pulling it up right now as well. So
and you can always get back to me.
Yeah, if,
So,
you know, I mean, you can certainly always make a report. You know, if something is going on, mandatory reporting, if you're under that statute, it kind of comes along with a little bit of extra confidentiality and things like that around that. Where if you're not, you know, if you're not a mandatory reporting, then it's, you know, you just fall under the general requirements. We don't go shouting complaints to names to the rooftops by any means, but if there's a violation and if there's a hearing and if the certain requests are made and if they happen, you know, under discovery or something, sometimes the name of the complainant can come out. Otherwise, you know, depending on the confidentiality of the board and what is considered a public record and what's not, it may not be available to just anyone. So, Bob, did you see?
No, I don't. It doesn't
No.
look like they fall under 150. So
yeah, I didn't
required to
believe so.
report. But
Any
if
other questions?
if other licenses are held by an advanced esthetician, or you know, if there's another license under the licensee's belt, then that board may require them to report.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good point.
Any other questions?
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Trampus.
Are we ready
Okay.
for public and interested parties feedback? At
Yes,
this
Chair.
time, the Board of Certified Advanced Estheticians will hear public and interested parties feedback. Public comment is limited to matters listed on the meeting agenda or topics relevant to what this board has statutory authority to regulate. Comments will be limited to 3 minutes and will not be allowed if they are disruptive to the board's conduct of its business. If you are called on to comment, HLO staff will request the public member to unmute themselves. The chairperson and HLO reserve the right to end a person's comment early and have HLO staff mute the public member if the comment does not pertain to matters listed on the meeting agenda or topics relevant to what this board has statutory authority to regulate. Are there any members of the public who wish to comment? If so, please raise your hand or use the MS Teams raise hand feature and wait to be acknowledged.
I just went through both pages. It does not look like we have any public on the call.
We do not, and I got no emails or anything either.
Thanks, Josh.
Okay. So we will enter into the executive session at this time. Okay.
Yes.
And before I read this, when will we return to public? Like how long will the executive session, like how much time should I approximate for that?
Trampus, any idea?
I would probably say 20, 30 minutes.
Okay.
30 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. The Board of Certified Advanced Estheticians will now meet in executive session pursuant to ORS 192.660 2F and ORS 676.590 for the purpose of considering information exempt from public disclosure at 9:50 a.m. on November 20th, 2025. Representatives of the news media shall be allowed to attend the executive session. Audience members attending through MS Teams will now be moved into a separate breakout room, and audience members attending in person are asked to leave the room, both for the duration of executive session. Those authorized to attend the executive session, please continue to keep your phone muted and cameras off. Are there any representatives of the news media on MS Teams?
Chair, I don't believe there are.
If not, recognizing that there is no news media in attendance, the public will be moved into a separate breakout room for the duration of the executive session. We will return to the open session before taking any final action or making any final decisions. It is estimated that the board will return to public session in approximately 20 to 30 minutes. So between 10:10 and 10:20. Please be aware that it is possible that the board's executive session may last longer than that. If the public has any questions about whether the board is still in executive session, then the public can contact Josh Page at josh.page@oha.oregon.gov. We are now in executive session. The Board of Certified Advanced Estheticians will now exit executive session and reconvene open session at 11:13 a.m. No final decisions were made and no votes were taken in executive session. The public will be moved from the breakout room back into the meeting, and representatives of the media may once again report all board discussions and actions.
Fine.
This is Rachel Anthony, and I so approve, or I so move.
Not yet. Go ahead,
Oh, just
Travis.
kidding. Sorry about that.
Yeah. In file numbers 281063, 279958, and 279959, it is proposed that the board issue a $500 civil penalty, assess the cost of any disciplinary proceedings up to $5,000, and give HLO the ability to negotiate.
This is Rachel Anthony, and I so move.
This is Jamie O'Neill, and I second that.
I will take a vote. Please respond when I call your name by saying yes, yay, or no, or nay for a no answer. Christy Knapp, yes. Jamie O'Neill.
Yes.
Rachel Anthony.
Yes.
Olivia Gill.
Yes.
Christy Turner.
Yes.
Heather Onaday.
No answer.
So did we have enough?
We needed 5.
Correct.
4, 5. Yeah.
We have 5.
We're good. So it moves.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. That was a good executive session, a lot of good questions. And Chair, next item on the agenda is other board business. So if any of the chair or any of the board members have anything they would like HLO to do with regards to this board, now's an opportunity to share with us, and we will work on it if we can, when we can.
Christy Knapp here. I just want to say thank you to everyone. I mean, I know I came on during COVID and we weren't in person, so I didn't get to work with people personally very much, but I really enjoyed all of my interactions with everyone.
Christy, are you going to continue to serve until replaced?
I'm happy to do whatever. Oh, what do you mean? We already.
Not as the chair, but serve
Not
on
as
board.
chair, but you could serve as board member.
Oh, I'm happy to do that.
Awesome.
Did you get that, Chrissy?
Yes.
I did. Thank you.
Okay. Too many Christies and Christies. Okay. Is there anything any of the board members need HLO to take a look at or work on, and you have questions or something? You can email Sammy, you can email myself, or Josh, but we'll make sure the emails come in and get addressed. Okay. If there is nothing else, Christy, you can read us out. You can adjourn us.
All right. The Board of Certified Advanced Estheticians meeting is adjourned at 11:16 a.m. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you. Thanks everybody. Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Thank you.